Hi everybody, Stephanie here. This is my very first tutorial video. I've never done one of these before. I have had numerous people ask me how I do the waver in my hair that I do all the time. And my good friend, Ashley, recently asked me to show her how. So I was like, maybe since she's not the first person that's asked me, I should try and record a tutorial video on how to do it for her and share it with all my friends. So here we go. So basically today I am going to be showing you how to wave your hair with a 3/4 inch 5-barrel waver. This specific one I got on Amazon. They don't have the same exact one in stock, but they have so many 5-barrel wavers. This is actually ceramic, which is a lot healthier for my texture of hair. If you have hair that's really hard to curl, a lot of times the issue is that you don't have either enough product on your hair or you're not using product at all. I have tons of people that tell me, oh, I try to curl my hair like you do and it just falls out within a day. Well, that's because you're not using enough product. Actually, during COVID, when I was homebound for months and I wasn't doing my hair and I stopped putting product in my hair when it was wet after I would wash it, over time, the product got washed out of my hair. And then when it was time to come back in the real world and do my curls would fall out instantly as well. So now I understand what a lot of people mean. It's because over time, the product just builds up on your hair, and that's why my curls last. I typically only wash my hair every 5 to 7 days, and my curls or my waves last that long, believe it or not. They do not, I mean, they slowly fall out over a week, but they last that long because of the product. When I wash my hair, I put the product in, after I brush it when it's wet. And I use so many different products, to be honest. I use mostly Launch products. I use, actually right now, I've been using the Envy Biotin Leave-In Conditioner. That's what I've been using the last couple weeks. But honestly, I change it up a lot. And I use the Sorbet, and I'll mix it with the Nourishing Gloss. So I'll do like a dime size of this with 2 pumps of this. And this is another great product that I use. So I just use a ton of different Launch products. I absolutely love their products, and my curls last forever. And then at night, my biggest thing is I sleep with a ponytail on top of my head. I sleep like this, and I'm very careful not to flatten my curls, and that's also how they last so long. So another trick there. But basically, I never ever wear my hair straight because I hate my hair straight. When I straighten it, it's really flat, and I like big hair because I was, born and raised in the 80s and 90s. So I like big hair. So like right now, I have not flat ironed my hair. Never ever flat iron your hair before you curl it or wave it, because this like gritty, frizzy texture is what I need my hair to be like in order for the curl to really grip it and hold it well. So my first waver video, I'm excited. So first off, I am going to section my hair in 3 different sections for the waver. The first section, I come right about at my temples, and I kind of go down in the back a little bit, like that. Okay. And I'm going to put this up, and this is all my hair. I do not have extensions. I have been able to finally, now that I'm done having kids, grow my hair long like I've been wanting to. I really want it like right here. So I've been working on that for a long time, but it breaks because obviously it's bleached. So unfortunately it breaks. But I take biotin every single night, and that has made a huge difference in the health of my hair. So first I'm going to give even more texture to my hair Oh, this is the dry shampoo. Hold on a second. That's not what I wanted. I wanted sea salt spray to give me some texture. So sometimes I use this texturizing salt hairspray, and sometimes I use this salt texturizing spray. So I'm just going to use this one right now, and I just do a little bit, so that way it is going to give a little bit of texture and even more grit than I already have to start waving it. All right, here we go. So for my hair is fine, but I have a lot of it. I set my waver at 400 degrees. You just got to be careful not to leave it on too long. I just burnt my ear, sorry. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do it a little bit higher at the top. And then see how the wave, you have to go back in and fit it right back on the same wave? Because if you don't, the wave pattern will get messed up. So it is a 5 barrel. So it's really three waves that you have to go. So 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you can see that. And obviously, as I get closer to my bottoms, to my ends, I do it less and less time so I don't fry my ends. And there you have it. There is my first section done. So typically it takes me about, here, this is kind of tricky to use. I'm struggling to use my phone as a mirror. Like I said, this is my first time. Typically it takes me about 20-25 minutes to do the waver in my hair. But like I said, I mean, I only do it once a week, so it's not bad at all. When my hair's straight, I have to wash it more often because it's more like flat against my head and it gets greasier quicker and just kinks and waves that I don't like to look at. So when I wave it or curl it, then it lasts a lot longer because you're not going to see all the imperfections in your hair when it's already got, you know, some wave or curl to it. And honestly, practice makes perfect. When I first started curling with a wand, curling with a wand especially, it was really hard for me to get the hang of because, you know, I was so used to using a curling iron. Well, the longer my hair got, the curling iron would leave kinks, you know, where it would clench down, it would leave kinks. And so everyone kept telling me you need to try a curling wand, and I was like, I don't know. And every time I tried, it was really, really hard. But I just got used to it, and it's just like anything. Practice makes perfect. One, two, yeah. And also, I have set up a mirror, if you can see. I have set a mirror up at an angle so I can see the back of my hair. I did that on purpose. We actually designed and built this house. So at my last house, I had a mirror on a door, which was right by my main mirror at my sink. And that was perfect to see the back. And I said at the next house, I have to make sure that there's a spot for my mirror behind me, because if you don't have a mirror behind you, like when I go to a hotel or something, I struggle to see and do the back of my hair. So I don't know how y'all do it. But if you have a spot where you can prop up a mirror like this, like I literally designed this bathroom so this corner would be hollowed out for me to lean this mirror at an angle. So, smart. All right, guys, I'm almost done with the underneath. Honestly, the underneath is the quickest because it's just, I don't have to worry. All that hair is getting covered up, so I don't have to worry about it being perfect. just washed my hair this morning, so I always like to do it day one when it's fresh and frizzy from drying it. Actually, believe it or not, this wave hairstyle looks better day 2 and beyond than on day 1. Because I sleep with it in a scrunchie on top of my head, it really gets voluminous like on the next day from being up on top of my head all night. It looks really, really good. Day 1, it's a little more flat. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my husband is over at our friend's house shooting guns for his birthday, and they're only like a mile away. He has a gun range, and they're only like a mile away, and I can hear them shooting guns right now. All right, 2 more pieces. I'll pause it so I don't bore you guys. Okay, I just had to show y'all that this is why it's so important to have a mirror behind you if you can. Because I literally have to sit there and pick out the straight pieces. It's a little tricky for sure. My favorite curling wand is, I use Paul Mitchell. They're all good, but I have a Paul Mitchell ceramic one as well. I've tried titanium in the past, and I used titanium for a while, and I just noticed that my hair was breaking a lot with titanium. So I've heard that if you have like very coarse or naturally curly hair, that titanium is good. But if you have fine textured hair, ceramic is the way to go from my research. All right, last piece, and then I'm gonna spray it just to kind of set it in really, really good. There we go. All right. Always be careful when your curls are hot because they haven't really fully set until they're cold. So I'm just gonna, oh, and I always separate them too. You gotta separate them because they'll be all stuck together. I like a flexible hold. This is a flexible hold hairspray because I don't want it to be all stiff and it gets really funky when you don't wash it for a week. Let that dry a little. All right, section 2. Okay, so for section 2, I am going to just kind of take up just right here, like right above my arch and my eyebrows. I'm gonna go like this, straight back, and this is gonna be my final section. It's just on top. Oh boy. That did not work, guys. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Out of my way. All right, section 2. See? And you can just see that section right there. And then it's just enough to pick up and keep going. Oh, forgot the sea salt spray. Sea salt spray. There we go. Okay. You really want to be careful not to take too much too. Okay, this part, when you're up by your face, it gets a little more tricky because you don't want to see the huge line from where the waver starts. So I try to get it like right up to it, and I try to hold it like down closer so I don't get a huge like kink from the edge right there of the waver. You're still going to get a little bit of a kink, but small as possible is good. See, I've still got a little kink, but that kink I feel like falls out too after the first day, and then your root's not so pronounced at that kink. You just gotta go with the wave. I try not to apply too much heat on the same section. See? Perfect wave. And you definitely can't brush your hair for 7 days with a wave like this. Now, when I do my curling wand, I brush my hair every day because I've heard before that the bristles on your scalp kind of like stimulates your follicles, your hair follicles, and it helps your hair grow. So I like to always brush it every day when I have it just curled with my curling wand. But with a waver, can't brush it for a week. It would be crazy. I'm not looking for a fro. I always joke and always say this is my poodle hair anyway, and I match my golden doodle when I've got my waved hair. All right, there we go. I'll just do my front pieces and then I'll pause it so I don't bore you guys too bad. Okay, let me get this front piece and show you again. Get as close to the root as you can stand it without burning yourself. See? This waved hair too makes it look like I have so much more hair than I do. Perfect. All right, let me get my next section. And see, you just have to kind of pick out your straights without getting a section too big. I get about that much. Let me show you something else actually. So when you pull it straight out and it's all the way up like that, you just try to like go at this angle to get it good. Looks like I have about 3 more pieces in the back. I always do it longer at the root because the iron is not as tight when it's at the root because it spans more of a bigger section of hair. So I always try to leave it on longer for that reason too. 1, 2. This wave style looks amazing on any length hair too, in my opinion. You don't have to have long hair at all. It's just gonna be quicker the shorter your hair is. Look at that perfect wave. Let me pause it and finish the back. All right, I've got my last piece of hair back here from section 2. So when it's at the very, very back of your head, it gets a little tricky. So I wanted to show you because this is like dead center in the back of my hair. Because it's kind of hard to hold it and you don't want to go too far at an angle because then your waves will be at an angle. So you just kind of have to, you can almost feel the bump when you slide down on the hair. Of course, it's easier for me with having this mirror behind me. And sometimes that back piece of hair is not going to be perfect, and that's okay. And I can actually see a spot where I messed it up. Let me show you. That's okay. No one would notice but me. This is what happens when you mess it up. Let's see if you can see that. Do you see right here? This wave right here is too big compared to the other waves. No one would ever notice that but me. So that's okay. So then you want to go through and separate. See how big this hair is? Oh, I love it. It's literally become my favorite hairstyle. I think I've got them all divided out. So it's time to spray it again. Flexible hold. And if you prefer your wave to fall out a little more and not be so tight, you don't have to spray it. I mean, honestly, sometimes I don't spray it and it still holds. It's just gonna fall out a little bit quicker. So if you're someone that has to wash your hair for whatever reason, you go to the gym and get really, really sweaty or whatnot. I'm not a big sweater, so that's very convenient for me. But just the product and the sea salt spray before will help hold it a lot. But see how awesome that looks? All right, and last but not least, this top section. And this is the section you have to be super duper careful with. So there's my part. So first I'm gonna do just this one thin side. See, this is all the hair that's left. And I'm gonna break this up probably into 3 sections so that way I can get really close to the root. It is warm. 400 degrees to be exact when you're really close to the root. Gotta be tough. I always joke, and I've told my 5-year-old that it's painful to be beautiful. Sometimes you even gotta do it quicker with these hairs around your face because you don't want them to break. These baby hairs are so fine. There we go. Perfect. Gotta be extra careful with these guys because these are the most noticeable pieces around your face and on top. That's why I do them a little bit smaller so I can get them perfect and super close to the root. I'm sure y'all remember those crimper days, right? Back in the 90s, where you had to line up the V-shaped crimper to the next section of hair. Well, if you're older like me, you would know. Perfect. All right, let me get this back section together. So yeah, normally I take more hair than that, but not on the top. Whoops. Sorry guys. I tried to adjust my phone and then I dropped you. Let me pause. Okay, I'm back. All right, finish that piece. And then this section right here where it's a little bit thicker because I part to that side, I'm gonna have to do this in 2 rows. Keep these sections smaller, less hair, so you can get super duper close to your root. I hear my golden doodle trying to get in. I just cut some really, really long bangs. They come down to about my chin. So that way when my hair's up and I want some hair in my face, I've got a little. Gotta be really careful with it right here though. See them right there? Had to make sure that the waver hit just right. And a lot of times I'll get the next piece of hair ready while I'm standing here. That was a good one. Last piece on this row. And I'll spray this row before I cover it up. This is a great time to do this video. I just had my roots done last week for Christmas. And my birthday is next month. So in about, let me think, what's today? December 29th. So in about 18 days, it's my big 40th birthday. So me and some friends are going to the Dominican Republic to celebrate. I am so excited. I have the best friends. Okay, so I'm separating these curls. I don't know if I love how this bang is doing this at the end. Let me hit this a little bit. There. I don't know if I like that either. Oh well. Honestly, this is the first time I've done my waver since I got the bangs cut. So let me spray this a little bit. You can always finagle your hair when it's wet with hairspray. Maybe I can fix this bang piece. That's a little better. All right, last section. I swear it normally doesn't take me this long. It's because I'm talking and I'm showing y'all, and it's got me working a little bit slower, I'm not gonna lie. show you what I do with this big puffy poodle hair sometimes. If I want to add clips or you can add headbands, you can do all sorts of fun things with it. You can do half up. I'll show you a couple of different things that I like to do. All right, let me see if this is going to be the last piece. Yeah, I think I can get this big section in there. Remember, always kind of lift it and try to tuck it close to your head so you don't have a huge line right here, a huge crimp, crease. Gotta be super duper careful in the front. Bang looks better, that one, on that one. And voila, I'm finally done. All right, take a quick drink, let it cool. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could feel how hard this is from all the product. So hard. Okay, these are all separated. That's ready to be sprayed. Now let me separate these. That's the thing, is if you do a large section like this, you kind of have it all in the same wave. That's why sometimes if you're not in a hurry, smaller like literally look how this is stuck together. Smaller sections are better for different, so your waves hit at different spots. And in the front, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of hard to get it just right in the front, to be honest. That's the hardest part. Okay. Look how big it is. Yes. Love it. Okay. So let's first spray it. Sometimes when I spray it, you got to kind of lift it. I mean, if you want it huge, like I love huge hair. Look at that volume, guys. And I don't even have any like root lift or anything in. Sometimes I do, but I didn't do it today. Okay, I'm gonna spray it all crazy and huge right here. Y'all, I am so flammable right now. Let me show you the back. Okay. Get this straight. You see it all? Okay, I'm waiting for this to dry so I can kind of fix it a little bit. But let me grab a fun clip that I do a lot. Like, I've got a couple different ones that I like. So I'm completely obsessed with Anthropologie and all things Anthropologie for the home, clothes, hair accessories. That's my favorite store, #1. So I've got these awesome Anthropologie clips, some fancy ones, some more casual velvety ones. That's upside down. And I like to keep them on these cards so I can see all I have, though my daughter likes to take them off those cards. So after I get the front straight, okay, it's dry. the hairspray that is. So anytime you want extra volume, you scratch, you act like you're like washing your hair. And that will give you so much volume. All right, so my front's pretty straight. This is kind of bugging me though. Sometimes there's just some crazy pieces in the front on day 1. Day 2, those will relax. There we go. Whatever, that's better. All right, so this is just plain, ready to go. Or if you want to make it fancier, something different is I always, like anytime you'd use a clip, I typically only do it on one side, and you're always going to do it on your side that's not your parted way. So sometimes I'll just go like this. And you can, like that. You can pull some out, give it a little volume like that, and that's really, really cute. Or you can do a little twist. You can take a section like this and give it like a little twist like that. That's cute as well. Or you can do half up. If this is just like too much hair and it's bugging you, I like to take a little claw clip. Oh, I love these claw clips. I got these on Amazon. Just type in gold claw clip. And you can kind of just right above the ears. Oh, this is really cute too, especially with my new little bangs that can fall down. What do you think of that? That's another cute style. Let me show you the back. So many different things you can do with this deal. But anyway, so then at night, just put it in a scrunchie on top of your head and it'll last for a week. It also looks really, really good if you want a ponytail, but you want just like not a plain ponytail, you want a big ponytail. Like, look at all this texture at my root. Like, how fun is that ponytail? Right? Anyway, all right guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Maybe I'll do some more tutorials. Comment below and let me know if there's anything specific you want to see. Because this was really, really fun. I love helping people with their hair and makeup and fashion and clothes and home design and all things creative. Thanks again. Y'all have a good one.